Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome, welcome. My name is Audrey. This is Charcoal. He hasn't come to a live stream in a while, so I thought I would bring him in. Today, if you can't tell already, is my 100th day of my 100-day project. I am so excited. I can't even express to you how excited I am. I Today is gonna just be, very relaxing. I'm still gonna paint like I normally do, but then I also just want to spend some time just chatting. So please, yeah, send me any comments or questions in the chat, or even if you're watching the replay, please comment because I will definitely get back to you because I try to respond to all of my comments as quickly as I can. Yeah, if you're watching this right now, please give it a thumbs up so that you can tell YouTube that you like this video. But yeah, we have made it 100 days. I really had fun even just putting up these balloons. I'll let you figure out how they're floating in the air right now. Hi, Stacy. Hello. Hi, Linda. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, it is an exciting day. Thank you, Stacy, for the congratulations. Thank you, thank you. It seems very surreal. I do have my glass of wine. I'm very excited. So let me just take a sip. So I don't really drink red wine, although going to Napa last year kind of changed my mind, but I prefer white or rosé or something like that. So here we go. Cheers. If you brought a cup, yeah, cheers. Hmm. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, thank you, Linda. Thank you for being here to celebrate with me. I really appreciate it. So many of you, again, whether you're watching this live or catching the replay, so many of you have been like cheering me on. You've been my biggest supporters, my biggest encouragers. Some of you have also donated money, to help keep me going and running on coffee. So yeah, I appreciate every comment, every time you show up live. Some of you also did a couple of the prompts with me and then tagged me on Instagram. So I really, really appreciate it because this project, as much as it was, for me personally, I really wanted it to be, a time where so this is a dedicated time and space for us to just kind of virtually paint and create together. But I also wanted to do some demystifying what it means to be an artist, because so many times, especially online, you see, time lapses, you see, just like really only the perfect paintings, right? The perfect finished products. You don't really see things in progress, or you don't see the mistakes, or you don't see the pages that the artist doesn't really like. And today I definitely want to talk a little bit about that and just go through some of my pages and, some of the pages that maybe aren't my favorites, but just really just being honest about all that. So yeah. Hello, hello. All right. Well, today, oh, I had my music on. Oops. Sorry. Okay. Today, I still want to do our breathing exercise that has been so important to my practice. And it's to the point where, like, during that time, I'm really thinking about, I'm literally reminding myself, don't worry about what it looks like at the end. Like, I'm already preparing myself, because I am my worst critic, and I am very hard on myself. So I have to tell myself, like don't don't think about what it's going to look like in the end. Remember to enjoy every brushstroke. Remember to remind yourself of the fun of gouache or watercolors or whatever I'm using. Yeah, so let's do our breathing exercise. And if that's something that you need to tell yourself today too, obviously tell yourself that, tell yourself that the end result, while it may be important, right? Maybe it's for a client, maybe it's for a project, right? So maybe it is important, but in the grand scheme of things, you can redo it, right? And especially when you're painting like in a journal or a sketchbook like this, there's no pressure, So if you're doing something like that, take that pressure off of yourself. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do a breathing exercise. Again, breathe in for 4, breathe out for 6, and just remind yourself of good messages. Okay. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay. Let me bring us back together. All right. Oh, hi, Sherry. Thank you. Yes, fantastic. 100 days. I know. Look at this. I love these little balloons. I actually wanted to get like those giant balloons, but then I realized, I don't know where I'm gonna put them, in my studio where it's not gonna be in the way. And then I thought about getting helium balloons, but I didn't know if they would be distracting because they might be like, slowly swaying and turning. And yeah, I just thought these would be less distracting. So again, you guys can take a guess as to how they are suspended in the air. Let me know in the chat what you think. Mm-mm. Cheers. Okay. So today I'm painting the Christmas cactus, and I have it sketched out here, but I also have it in my actual plant collection. So I bought this from my local grocery store maybe 2 weeks ago because I had bought one for my mother-in-law last year or 2 years ago, and hers is like thriving. Like she just has a green thumb, so everything just that she touches just grows and multiplies and thrives. So I keep seeing her cactus every year, and it's just blooming like crazy. And so when I saw this at my local grocery store, and it had bright pink flowers, it was so pretty. Right now it's not flowering, so I don't know if it's just done or if I'm not doing a good job of taking care of it. But like this flower, it did bloom, and then it definitely just died, which I know is normal. And then there's like some other buds here, but yeah, they're just flaking off. So I hope I didn't kill it. I actually don't have a lot of cacti in my collection because they are like I need to have the right soil. First of all, I don't think I have the right soil in this. Anyway, a lot of coulda, woulda, shouldas, but it's alive for now. I hope I can keep it alive until next year. But yeah, so I do have it in my collection. So I did try to sketch my actual plant, just like I did with the zebra plant and the jade plant. So I'm very excited to paint this. I'm gonna leave this actually right here in front of me so I can reference it. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. So today I do want to just kind of chat while we're painting. I'm just trying to remind myself of what color. Let's see. I think it's time for the blue, right? 1, 2, 3. Wait, hold on. Pink, yellow, blue. Pink, yellow, blue. Pink, yellow, blue. Yeah, okay, so it's time for the blue again. And I remember I mixed up that really, really nice light blue last time. I hope I have enough of it. Oof, I don't think I do. Yeah. But I did grab some more green, and then I grabbed this beautiful opera color for the flower. Of course, I have my white. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to grab a little bit more of the light blue. Sorry, charcoal. I'm gonna put them down. Let me grab that blue. blue. Good thing I already have some of the white in my palette. Alrighty. So just while I'm painting, I did want to chat. So I kind of want to hear about your journey, So let me know about your creative journey. Like, where did you, first learn about whatever your art medium is, right? If it's watercolor or gouache or mixed media, oils, acrylics, color pencils, whatever it is. Let me know in the chat, how you got started and why you enjoy that medium so much. Okay. And that way we can kind of chat. And then if you have any questions for me, obviously now is the time to ask. So yeah, but I wanted to pose a question to you guys just so we can get some kind of conversation started. All right. And if you're not an artist, that's okay too. Maybe you just enjoy watching other artists. That's all right. Let me know then what kind of artists you like to watch. Or if there's a specific art style that you enjoy. I would love to know about that too. All right, so let me mix this up. Okay, so Sherry, you have a Christmas cactus that was given to you, oh wow, over 30 years ago from a friend when you were moving from Pennsylvania to Wisconsin. You don't have a super green thumb, but you're happy that's still alive. I think if you kept something alive for 30 years, I think you have a green thumb. Right? You might disagree with me, but 30 years is a very long time. I think you have a green thumb, Sherry. All right. Okay, let's hear from other people. Linda, watercolor painting is new to you. Okay, you only started last year. You've only done acrylic painting. That's awesome. And that's very different, right? To go from watercolor or to go to watercolor from acrylics, they are very different. And I'll tell you right now, that's why I'm also scared to try acrylic gouache, because I feel like it's going to be so different than watercolor. Even though they are both water-based and water-soluble, I just feel like I'm going to have a hard time unlearning some of my watercolor techniques, So, I don't know. I feel like this is still too dark. Okay, Stacy. Wow. General's watercolor pencils to do Disney pictures. Oh, Stacy, I do remember you mentioning something about Disney, and I do remember you saying something about color pencils when we did our online workshop. So I do remember that. That's really cool. Do you have a favorite Disney character? I just went to Disney World in October, so I would love to know, yeah, your favorite Disney character. And that's not just for Stacy. Anyone can answer that question, right? My favorite Disney character is, hold on, sorry. It's like really hard for me to talk and paint at the same time. I like left you guys on a cliffhanger. Wait, this is still too dark. Oh no, now I regret this. Yes, this is another one I'm gonna have to edit digitally. Okay, so my favorite Disney character is the Little Mermaid. And don't ask me like exactly why that's my favorite. I think more than anything, it was maybe the music. I loved like under the sea. I love Part of Your World, and I really enjoyed yeah, just all the music, I think, is like what really got to me. Oh, some of the pink got mixed in there. Oh no. Need to get rid of that pink. It's like creating this purple section on my paper. Okay, let's get rid of that. Yeah, so Ariel is my favorite. But I definitely have other favorites too, but I think, yeah, Ariel is definitely up there. I think I shared this before, but I learned English by watching Disney movies like over and over and over again to the point where my parents were like, "Oh my gosh, like I can't watch this anymore," like you're done. You need to stop. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Keith, you thought I was gonna say Milan. Is it because I'm Asian? Um, that is a safe guess. It's a safe guess. I actually do like Milan too. And yes, because she is Asian, we actually have a lot of, like I kind of resonated with her struggles, with her storyline, just like wanting to please her family, especially her father, like feeling that pressure of like needing to be a certain way. You know what I mean? So like I definitely resonate with that. Um, but I think Mulan came out much later. So if Mulan had come out when I was younger, maybe she would have been my favorite. But I think just because The Little Mermaid, I watched that growing up, and because I learned English by watching her, I just have a more um, like nostalgia connected to it. Yeah. Okay, so Stacy, hold on, let me finish painting this section and I'll read your comment. Okay, so Stacy, you bought your gouache because I'm painting with it. Oh, you thought you'd try it out. You haven't brought yourself to it yet. Okay, and I knew love Belle. Oh, Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Yes, me too. I love that she was like a book nerd, and I was like, yes. I was like, yeah, being smart and being a reader is a good thing. Like it doesn't mean that you're a nerd or like in a bad way. So I was like happy to see that. Yeah, okay, so you bought gouache. I'm excited for you. I hope that, yeah, you really give it a fair shot and don't let it sit on your shelf for 2 years like I did mine. Okay. Just don't wait, like whatever your hang up is, I hope that, you can motivate yourself to use it. And maybe it might help, maybe because next year I want to come out with some gouache tutorials. And so, I mean, you guys are going to hear it first, but like, I think my gouache tutorials might be a little bit different than the other ones out there, only because, I mean, I'm sure a lot of other gouache artists were also watercolor artists at some point, but because I have so much watercolor background and like just everything that I do is like defaulted to watercolor techniques, right? So I feel like my tutorials will be a little bit different because I'm going to have a lot of foundational watercolor techniques kind of fused into my gouache paintings. So if that is something that you might be interested in, where you do like that dry, matte, velvety look to gouache, but at the same time you want to be able to use it in like new and exciting ways, like as you would with watercolor, then I think you will like my tutorials. Yeah. I'm also going to experiment with like bringing in color pencils because Stacy might be excited. I actually bought a set of color pencils as well. So I do want to try a little bit of mixed media. So I hope that is exciting to you. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I'm like getting behind on chats. Okay, Linda, you just started trying to paint with gouache since this year, since watching you. Oh my gosh, that is really amazing. Okay, can we like pause there for a second? Okay, thank you so much to all of you who are saying that like you're trying out gouache because of me. I really, really appreciate that. Like, I hope that it is bringing you, again, if you've started to paint with it, I hope that it brings you as much joy as it has with me. Again, just like watercolor, just like any art medium, it might not be for everyone, right? So some people might not like gouache, but I'm really happy and I'm proud of you for trying it. Like you won't know if you don't like it unless you try it, right? So I secretly hope that, not secretly, I really do hope that you do like it, but don't be so hard on yourself if it turns out that you don't like it, like at least you tried it, right? Um, okay. Hi, Keith. Oh, Rena, hi. Yes, I love Mulan too. Yes, I do. Um, okay. I know. I wish Mulan came out when I was younger. Like so many of these new movies that came out, um, Like I really wish, like even Brave, I loved Brave, but I wish that that came out earlier too, you know? Yeah, Rena, Enchanted by Belle, absolutely. Yes, Linda, older Disney cartoons, you mean like Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, one of those? Yeah. Oh, Snow White, Bambi. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Stacy. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm glad you would like some of, like what I was talking about, the gouache techniques. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Well, I am just about done with my background, but I want to give it a moment to dry. So let me use my hair dryer and get it going real quick. 1 second. Oops. Sorry, I realized I just muted myself. So anyway, so I wanted to say, if you felt like I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so I released that video about the 5 colors of gouache, right? And using 5 colors in order to create a whole color palette, right? So I know some of you might see those paint tubes out there, and I have like over 50 colors, and you might be thinking, I don't have money, or I don't have the space, or I don't have the time, to investigate 50 different colors. And I totally understand that. I am definitely, more on the side of less is more. I really am. But at the same time, I think like having certain colors are important, which I'll get to later. But anyway, but I do want you guys to watch that 5 gouache color palette video, because just using those you can get a whole variety of colors, right? So I think it's really important that you try that out for yourself, so that way you only have to buy a couple of colors at the beginning and then go from there, right? So yeah, and I have another video. Well, it's a watercolor video, but coming out this Thursday. And then starting in 2024, I will have some gouache tutorials coming out. So I hope you're excited. Okay, sorry about that microphone mute. Um, okay, Keith, do I celebrate Christmas? I sure do. I do. We celebrate Christmas. So growing up, so I'm a Christian, and so my dad's actually a pastor. So growing up, we would always go to church. If it wasn't my dad's church, then it would just be, like another church service. Um, so yeah, so that's what we always did during Christmas. Sometimes we would, well, so because I grew up very traditional, I didn't have a lot of the, um, like we didn't do like Christmas trees or anything like that. Well, number one, we were kind of like poor, and so we didn't have the means, and my parents didn't think it was, all that important to have a tree. But they did their best, to always like get us some kind of meaningful gift. But yeah, it was always about just kind of like going to church um, and like celebrating that way. Um, I remember doing like plays, for Christmas, whether it was for church or even for school, and that was always fun. I really enjoy acting, and this is the fun fact, but my dad, growing up, when I started learning English and we moved to the US, apparently like I couldn't stop talking, which was ironic because when I was really young, he said that I was basically mute, like I barely talked. And then when I started learning English, he was like, then you couldn't stop talking, like you were just talking all the time. So I was like, that's funny. But then he said because of that, he thought that I would grow up to be like a news anchor woman, or maybe an actress, or a teacher, which is funny because I do enjoy teaching and I did go to education, or I do have a master's in education. And then I do sometimes do acting, like when I do, funny videos on TikTok or whatnot. So it's kind of funny how he sort of called it. Parents know us best, right? Yes, but short answer, yes, I do celebrate Christmas. Um, yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm like really concentrating now because I want to um, focus on this painting, but I will look up and look at your messages. So please keep them coming. Don't stop typing just because I'm not talking. Um, okay. All right. Okay. All right, what other? Oh my goodness. Okay, so speaking of, this isn't a Disney princess, but speaking of like more recent Disney movies, this is actually a Pixar movie. I just watched Elemental, and that was on Disney Plus. And I know a lot of people like didn't really, um, well, excuse me. I think Pixar felt like it didn't do very well in the theaters or something. I don't remember. But to be honest, I felt like it was because they didn't really do a good job of marketing it. Like I didn't even know it was like even coming out. Like I just yeah. So anyway, but I did watch it because it was on Disney Plus, and I was like, you know what? Like let me just have it on in the background while I'm relaxing, like whatever, right? But then I ended up like really watching it because that story was like literally my life too. So basically, it's set in a world where everyone is some kind of um, element. So whether it's water, air, earth, or fire, and and the main characters, one is a girl or from a fire family, and then the other is a guy from a water family. And the fire family ends up moving to this city called Element City because they had to leave their fire home or their fire island. That sounds weird. But they realize that they're kind of like outsiders. They're not welcome because fire can destroy a lot of things, So they had a hard life. So it definitely describes like the immigrant experience, right? Coming to a country that you don't know, a city that you don't know, having to speak a language that you're not familiar with, yet you're expected to assimilate and like all that kind of stuff, right? And then of course her dad starts a business, right, like catering to other residents who are also fire element. And then she is expected to take over the store because her parents are now ailing, and and they need her to continue their legacy, right? And so she really struggles with, like, I don't know if that's my dream, right? But in the middle of all that, um, she meets the guy who's from water, and he really encourages her and kind of challenges her to just like be who she is, right? Embrace who she is, like not back away from the things that she's passionate about. And so I don't want to give everything away, but yeah, basically like it just really like I really resonated with the story just because of the relationship between the daughter and the father. Um, I really resonated with even her love relationship with the guy from Water. Not that my husband and I are complete opposites, but just the way that he fully supported her and like saw good in her when she couldn't, or he saw her, he saw the light in her, which is funny because she is fire, but like the light that she could shine. And I think Yeah. Like I sometimes struggle with that too, because again, I'm my own worst critic, right? Um, yeah, so I like, even though people were like, "Oh, I don't know what this movie's about" or whatever, I actually ended up crying in that video. Like it was so touching. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like why didn't I watch this sooner?" Like it's really yeah, it was really just a perfect picture of the immigrant experience, um and just the struggles, but also the hope, like through it all. Yeah. Um, Going along the theme of favorite Disney movies, what about favorite Pixar movies? Um, and if you remember, Toy Story was their first movie, right? I'll just name a couple and you guys can let me know which ones you like. So there's Toy Story, obviously, all the Toy Stories, um, the Finding Nemo, um, Cars. Sorry, I'm trying to think and paint at the same time again. What else was there? Uh, Up. Oh my gosh, Up. That was a good one, right? That was such a good one. Encanto, Coco. Coco is probably one of my favorites. Um, let's see. What else? Mm, I know there's a lot more other Pixar movies out there. Of course, I can't think of them as soon as I need to think of them. Ratatouille, that's right, Keith. Oh, Ratatouille for the win. Wow. Okay, tell me more. Why Ratatouille for the win? I mean, I really enjoyed that movie too, but was it because of the cooking? Was it because mm, the, I don't know, the location, or like the power of food, right? Like let me know why you really like Ratatouille, because I like that movie too. I know my friend Chef Julie, she loves Ratatouille because she loves that phrase. She's actually a chef, right? But she also loves the phrase, like everyone, like anyone can cook, right? That's really just her whole motto, and she teaches how to, teaches other people how to cook. Sorry, I'm gonna let charcoal out. Okay, charcoal. Yeah, Up was so cute. But can we also talk about the beginning of that movie where you were just bawling your eyes out because of their story, right? Oh my gosh. Ugh, so sad. Um, okay, Book of Life was not a Pixar, but I loved it. I don't think I've seen that. Book of Life. Stacy, let me know, what is that movie about? Oh, Linguini the wit. Yes, Linguini was hilarious. And I just loved his like innocence, Like I loved how he was like just very pure at heart. And like even when he was just like falling in love with Colette, right? Like he just I don't know, he was just so pure. Like I did love that about him. I don't know if I caught on as much to the wit of Linguini, but I did just like how he was just, yeah, just so pure. Yeah. Oh, Linda, yes, Pooh Bear. Yes. So I actually didn't really grow up with Winnie the Pooh. So I don't know much about him, but like he's just a classic character, right? So when we saw him at Disney World, like of course we took a picture with him. Like we were definitely excited to see him. Yes. Okay, let me see actually if this pink will reactivate. Oh, there we go. Okay, maybe I don't need to squeeze out more. Okay, good, good, good. Um, oh, it's about the Day of the Dead. Cute love story. I like the music too. If you like that, then you should watch Coco, because Coco is basically about that. Like it revolves around the Day of the Dead as well. And I don't think there's a love story. Eh, mm, yeah, not quite a love story, but it was very cute. I love the music. Yes. But yeah, I'll definitely put Book of Life on my list. Let me see. All right. Figuring out how to paint this guy. Yeah, but Pixar, wow. Like it just pulls at your heartstrings, you know? I think that's what they got right with Toy Story. Like, yeah, Toy Story just had a way of, um, yeah, like igniting, not quite nostalgia, but just, well, especially for the adults who were watching it, right? Like, I'm sure it sparked a lot of, um yeah, nostalgia of like their childhood memories of playing with toys and stuff. And I think it's really awesome because the first Toy Story came out, I don't even know when, late 90s, early 2000s, right? A long time ago. And then they are um now talking about a Toy Story 4. Is it 4 or 5, right? But they're talking about how they want to do it with Andy like all grown up, right? And I thought that was just like so cool. Um because yeah, it would have been 20 something years, and so you see him, yeah, just like all grown up, and maybe he's still playing with the same toys or whatever it is, but you just see how that had an effect on him and what he's like now as an adult, right? Like I just love that like full circle kind of look. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Anybody else favorite Pixar movie? Don't be shy. Okay. Oh, Stacy. Okay, so you have seen Coco. Yes, it was so so cute, right? So cute. Okay, Rena, Book of Life. You need to see that too. Yes, and Coco. Yes, they're both excellent. Very excellent. Keith, your 6-year-old nephew asked you if you saw the first story, and he asked you if it was in black and white. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Always kind of little kids to make you feel old. Yeah, for real. Black and white. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Um, yeah, did you disappoint him when you said that it was in color and he was like, "What?" Wow. Black and white. But okay, so actually today someone mentioned the Christmas movie It's a Wonderful Life, right? And then I had to admit that I've never seen that before. Please don't come at me, okay? Please don't come at me. But yes, I have not seen that before. Um, but then yeah, someone was like, why did it come out recently? They're like, is it a popular movie? Did it come out recently? And then somebody else commented saying, it's in black and white. So then we're like, wait, what? So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add one more flower here on the right side because I feel like it's kind of in balance. So I'm gonna do one more flower, maybe just a bud poking out right here. Let's see how well this does on top of the blue. Oh, not too bad so far. But yeah, always kind of little kids to make you feel old. So my, Chef Julie Yoon's son, Lincoln, I am, hold on, I am 31 years older than him. Wait, is that right? No. Yeah, I'm 30, well, 20. 30 and a half. Okay, so 30 and a half years older than him. And um, like he can't, I don't think at his age he can really comprehend like how old that is, right? Or how much older. Like he just knows that I'm friends with his parents, and so that's how he knows I'm old, right? Because he's like, if you're my parents' friends, like you've got to be old, right? But it's funny just some of the things that he says too. And I'm like, oh man, bud. Uh-oh. Okay, both pets came in here. You guys better behave. But Charcoal and as an update, I guess they just wanted to celebrate with me too. Hi, buddy. Here's Aslan. Hi. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Let me just take a pause so I can let them roam around. Aslan? And take another sip of wine. All right. I know. Okay, it's a wonderful. Well, you got to tell me then how I can watch it because you gotta let me know which streaming service has that available. All right. I don't know if I can promise that I'll watch it tonight, but I will do my best to watch it this year. Okay, Stacy, did you know that it was never intended to be a Christmas movie and it was not popular when it came out? That's a great fun fact. I did not know that. Everyone mentions it as if it's a Christmas movie. So, yeah, I did not know that and I wouldn't have expected. So now I kind of want to watch it then maybe without the lens of Christmas, right? And just watch it just for what it is, right? And then maybe I'll have a different perspective. I don't know. Or maybe it was one of those things where you just always watch it around the Christmas time and then it just kind of became like a tradition or something. Maybe that's how it started. I don't know. Okay. Oh, hi. Oh yeah, Aslan. Thank you, Rena. Yes, Mark. Hello. Day 100. I know. Ooh. Okay, so Keith, so Hulu, Amazon Prime, Sling, Fubo, Plex. Okay, so I do have. Oh no, wait, I don't have either of those, and I don't have Sling, Fubo, or Plex. Oh, don't hate me. Well, we lapsed on the Hulu subscription because like it's getting too expensive to do all of the streaming services. You know what I mean? So we don't have all of them. Currently, we have Disney Plus, Netflix, and AMC Plus because we're watching all the Walking Dead stuff. So, okay, so if I get the Hulu or Amazon Prime, then yes. Um, oh, hi Keith. Yes, today is day 100. Look at the balloons. Oh, hi Aslan. Uh-oh, he's coming over. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Sorry, I don't want him to step on the paint. Nobody. Nobody. No, no, no. You can go up here. Uh-oh. Now Charcoal is growling. All right. I'm just gonna have to separate them. All right. Let me see what else I can add to this painting. Let's see. What do you guys think? Maybe I should add another tiny bloom there. Ugh, or not. I don't know. I think I'm good. Actually, I think I'm good. I think this pink flower kind of balances out the height on the right side. And so, yes, I'm going to leave it as is. I'm just going to add another layer to this frontmost petal, just so it stands out a little bit more. And so something that I want to experiment with more in the new year and in those tutorials is layering with gouache, right? So now that I put that second layer to make it a little darker, you can see that petal a little bit better, right? Oh, hi, Ara. Thanks for joining. Yay, I know. Today's so much fun. Okay. I mean, I'm having fun just like talking about Disney and Pixar and drinking wine and painting together. It's so good. Okay, let me now take the washi tape off. I can't believe I'm done. You guys, once I take this tape off, I am officially done. Like, what? What? Here we go. One. Oh, and you know what was really funny? This is how you know it was like meant to be. This washi tape roll, I used the last bit of it today. Like, do you guys see how uneven this top part is? It's because I tried to stretch it out and like it was really giving up on me, but I was like, no, I will get the last bits of it. I know now this part's being stubborn. And so, yeah, it was like clearly meant to be. I used the last bit of my washi tape. I used um or yeah, today is day 100. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? Let me do this last one. All right. Ah! Okay, cue round of applause. Oh my gosh. We are done. Day 100. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Okay, again, thank you to everyone who has been with me. Again, whether it was just for one day or multiple days or all 100 days. And again, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. You know, like every little bit matters and it helps. And again, please like this video, give it a quick thumbs up. That just really helps with, you know, YouTube and letting YouTube know that, you know, I'm a good creator. Like, you know, people should watch my videos. So please give it a quick thumbs up. Yeah. Oh, wow. You guys like that? Okay. So some questions. Oops, sorry. Keith, does this mean we won't see you again until next year? So we talked about that. And I will definitely still be going live because I enjoyed this so much. I just won't be going live as often. Okay. So so before I was always putting out a schedule of like when I would be live, and sometimes it was like 3 or 4 times a week. It was just getting really, really taxing on me. And sometimes my schedule just didn't allow for me to go live as often. So I plan on going live at least once a week. And I'm going to try to be as consistent as I can. So like maybe every Monday or every Wednesday or something like that. But I will try to be as consistent as I can. But it'll be same time just because you guys are so used to this time frame. So yeah, so at least once a week at 8 p.m. Yes. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Stacy. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, Linda does deserve an award. You really do, Linda. Most consistent. You remember like in school when you got an award for like perfect attendance? That's you, Linda. Perfect attendance award. I mean, Rita was pretty like consistent as well. And then Stacy, definitely like the last maybe like 40 days, I feel like you've been very consistent as well. It doesn't, again, I really do appreciate that, but it's not just about, you know, just showing up. Like, I think what's more important to me is just how it is inspiring you. So just the fact that you're buying gouache, or, you know, you're seeing art in a different way, or you're seeing that plant or that fruit in a new way. Like, that's really what is more impactful for me, you know? So like showing up and supporting me, that is so awesome, and I appreciate that. But I think if you can take that inspiration and then pass it along, right? Show someone else like what else is inspiring, and then kind of like open their eyes, you know, and see the light bulb going off in their heads. Like that to me is like sharing joy, you know, sharing inspiration, sharing beauty and wonder. And to me, that is priceless, you know? Yeah. So yeah, Linda, yeah, all 100 days. Seriously, you are awesome. Oh, Ara, thank you so much. Hi, Gracie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yay. Little Christmas cactus. Um, yes, Stacy, since the Michael's class and the pumpkin night. Oh, so pumpkins. I don't remember which day that was exactly, but yes, I do remember the Michael's class with you. So thank you so much for coming. Okay, so before we say goodnight, I know it's been a long time already, but before we say goodnight, I just wanted to do a quick flip through. I know you've probably seen my flip throughs in the other recap videos. But yeah, I just wanted to show you just, where I started, right? Where I started with these bubbles, and like these were the days where I was just kind of like figuring it out. I was like, what should I paint? I know florals. Okay, why don't we paint florals? So I did a lot of that. And then this is like one of my favorite spreads as well. Harry Potter, of course, love it. Yeah, so I was just kind of like playing around with mixed media, right? This is where I was doing colored pencils and stuff. And I think at some point, like after all these florals, oh, one of my favorite pages as well. At some point, right, this is where I started experimenting with gouache, and I hated that pink color, right? And then since then, it's been gouache, 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 gouache forever. And then this whole one, oh my God, you guys, this completely fell off the backing. But yeah, and then this whole sketchbook was just all fruits and veggies, but all in gouache. And I really enjoyed it like so immensely, that yeah, I decided to, continue that theme of using gouache, and this time do cacti and succulents. So I just wanted to just closing remarks. I'll probably share this in another update video later, but I just wanted to encourage you guys that, you might start something one day, and, you might paint something, and you might look at the rest of the empty pages, right? Because you just painted that first page, and you might be thinking like, I'll never finish, or like, what do I paint next and stuff, So I hope that this project helped you figure out, that like you don't have to paint something like consistently. Like I know that this was like this notebook was all, fruits and veggies, and then this newest one is probably going to be mostly houseplants and cacti and succulents. I'm trying to say like it doesn't always have to be a theme, because like this one is just a whole mishmash of I don't know what, it's just like a bunch of different things. And then eventually you'll get somewhere, you'll get to a theme, or you'll get to like a style, or you'll get to a color palette that you really love. You'll get there, but you got to kind of go through the ugly phases. You got to kind of go through this ugly phase. And I'm not saying that these are ugly. I'm just saying that you got to go through the experimental phase in order to get to a place where like you are just like in your groove. Like I love these cacti and succulents. I love gouache. Like, and I wouldn't have gotten there if I didn't do all of these beginning pages. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, that is all. I should probably label the rest of these like I did with these two. Yeah, so just final words. Oh, hi Aslan. I guess he's still hanging out. Just final words. Thank you again so much. I can't say that enough, just for being part of this journey, and just for rooting me on, cheering me on. This is definitely cheers to you as much as it is to me. So thank you. One more sip. And I will continue to see you live next year. I will continue to come out with tutorials for watercolor and for gouache, and just continue to come out with studio vlogs where I'm just just being real, just being honest with the artist's life, and to show you that it's not always rainbows and butterflies, it's not always perfect, that mistakes are allowed, and that like you can get to that place where you are like so comfortable with how you're creating and with what you're creating. I can't tell you how long it'll take, maybe it'll only take a couple weeks, maybe a couple years. I don't know. But I know that you have to persevere. You have to push through, you have to endure, you have to be okay with messing up. And again, like those ugly phases I was talking about, and being okay with that. And then one day you'll just kind of like break through that barrier, and you'll be like, oh my God, and you'll have that eureka moment yourself. So I wish that for you. I hope that for you for the new year. Thank you again so much. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate, that's okay too. I just hope that as you go into the new year, that you have a bright and hopeful perspective going in there. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Oh, sorry about my splint. It looks like I'm flicking it off. I'm not. I'll just do it with my right hand. Yeah, I still have a band-aid because I sliced my finger. But anyway, thank you again so much. You guys are the best. Have a great night. I will see you live in the new year. Bye.